What's up, guys? Gonna brave the weather today. Go for a ride. It's a brisk 50 degrees. Was supposed to be doing this today on the Dyna, but as you can tell, that's not happening today. That's not happening today. Evidently, the part that I was supposed to be next day shipped from the dealer in California, evidently that guy was having a bad day, and he decided that I guess that part didn't need to make it in the mail that day, and it was you know, somebody paying for that, and he decided that he wasn't going to do that. So I guess he doesn't give a fuck. It's a nice Jeep. So today's video is going to be on my first motorcycle and what happened to it. Tell you, I've been watching a lot of shit on YouTube, and I just can't get over the amount of nonsense some of these guys are putting out there. But you guys must like it, because you're definitely watching it. So anyway, I guess to start this, you start at the beginning. When I got out of high school, I joined the Coast Guard, and from my second assignment, I got sent to the West Coast, the small town, Astoria, Oregon, where it rains a lot. I mean, it rains a lot, like over 300 some inches a year. And so when I got there, obviously didn't have a car, didn't have anything, and I ended up becoming friends with the MK3, who was really cool, avid hunter. This guy was, you know, built cars, did all kind of cool shit. Him and his wife were really cool. They welcomed me into the family, and so they brought me in. So they brought me in, and one trip they invited me to go to Mount Hood, go skiing, and you know, around there you could go from Astoria, Oregon to Mount Hood. You go from weather like this, and you get up there and places just covered in snow. So on the way, I noticed there's a Yamaha dealer, and I said, "Hey man, can we stop inside?" He's like, "Sure, yeah, sure, we'll stop inside." So anywho, we stop inside, and I check out this bike, and it's an FZR 400 black. It's a beautiful bike, silver stripe, and I'm looking at the 400, I'm looking at the 600, and if anybody knows that served, when you get in, you don't make any fucking money. I think I was making like, I don't know, $238 every 2 weeks. So I look at this bike, and it comes out that, you know, I can't afford the 600. I can only afford the 400. I gotta have money down on it. You know, I'm 19 years old, and you know, you're pretty much starting out. So I convinced my friend to lend me the down payment for this bike, and we worked out a deal. I had a mountain bike that he was interested in, and so I traded him this mountain bike, and he gives me the down payment. I think the down payment was like, I don't know, $500, which now doesn't seem like a lot of money, but when you're not making a whole lot of money, $500 is a lot. So thanks to him, you know, him and his wife went back and forth, and she was so fucking cool. You know, this woman was super fucking cool. And anyway, she agreed, he agreed, and I was able to get the down payment for this bike, but that still left me with the matter of getting a loan. Looks like I need fucking gas. It's always something. So I get back into town. I call my mom and dad. Actually, I called my mom, called my dad, and tell my mom that one of these guys on the ship, he's got this red Nissan truck for sale, and it's $5,000. And like moms, you know, you can always count on mom. I don't know about your mom, but my mom's always been there for me. And bless her heart, she didn't even think twice. She was like, you know what, you need a vehicle while you're out there. It's always raining, and if you happen to get stationed back on the East Coast, you can drive it home. So mom sets it all up. The guy who sold me the bike is absolutely cool, delivers the bike right to the ship. We do the paperwork in the galley, and lo and behold, I got a bike. And I rode this fucking thing everywhere. Actually, one of my buddies I was good friends with, he ended up buying a red, white, and blue one, which was actually better looking than the black one, and I prefer black on motorcycles. But this red, white, and blue FCR was just a beautiful bike. And I want to say that the thing was like oil injected at the time or some shit. It had to do with something to do with cooling of the motor. Well, you know, we ran these things back to Seaside Beach, and we just ran the piss out of them when we weren't at sea. So when we got back, we really ran the shit out of them. So one time, going to Seaside, running the bike, fucking motor blows. So that's a whole nother story in itself. Hey, there's a guy. What's he riding? Something yellow. Can't make out what it is. Looks fast. Anyway. So the motor blows. The dealer takes care of me, delivers the bike back. And what's up, pal? And get the bike back. You know, did a couple of tours. And lo and behold, the A school, not the A school that I wanted, but the A school that I needed to kind of move on and get the fuck off of being a non-rate. And that's another story in itself in the Coast Guard, how you end up making rate. Because you're a non-rate until you go to school, unless you suck some guy's dick off and got into A school right out of boot camp. I don't know how it is now, but that's how it was in the 90s. Anyway, so long story short, I end up going to A school, fly back home to the East Coast, end up being stationed in Yorktown for school. And what I should have done was prep that bike, stripped all the oil out of it, stripped all the gas out of it, and had it shipped. I mean, they'll ship your bike for free for you. It's part of being in the military. But I didn't do that. When I got home, my mom's like, hey, where's the truck? And I'm like, I left it on the West Coast. It's going to be sent here when I'm done with day school, because I'm not sure where I'm going to end up, which was actually true. It's like a, you know, a little white lie. So end up, I had some money saved up. I went out and my dad took me to an auction and ended up buying this piece of shit Hyundai, which ended up blowing up on me. That's another story too. And you know, the whole time my mom's like, you know, what about your truck? What about your truck? You know, why don't you get your truck here? And man, I cannot see shit out of my visor. Fogging up like a son of a bitch today. So from Yorktown, I end up going to Ocean City, New Jersey. And when I get there, I make a phone call to my buddy and like, hey, time to get my bike back. Can you take all the oil out of it? Can you take the gas out of it so they can ship it back for me? And he's like, well, let me check on it. It's been in the shed, blah, blah, blah. I'll get back to you. I'll call you back. So, you know, I initially was like, what the fuck, you know? Something's wrong with this shit. And take my visor off. Can't see shit. So, you know, I'll call him back. Call him back the next week. I don't get an answer. Call him back the week after that. I get an answer. He's like, hey, you got to talk to so-and-so. And I forget what this guy's name is. You know, I was friends with him for a while on the ship, and he ended up going to MK school and somehow ended up back on the ship that he had left from, which is highly unusual, but he did. So he ends up calling me back. And he's like, dude, I don't know how to tell you this, but I took your bike to San Diego, and I kind of totaled your bike. And I'm like, what the fuck, you know? Had to get some testosterone. Hopefully the motherfucker starts. There we go. Get some testosterone, baby. This motherfucker's running on tea. Fucking tea. Not that regular shit, not that black market shit, but the fucking pharmaceutical shit. So anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, I called this fucking jackass that I used to call my friend for him to tell me that he fucking wrecked my bike and that his grandmother was gonna send me a fucking check for it. Which at the time I was probably happy about because I needed the money and probably couldn't afford the bike payment, because by that time some other shit had happened in my life and I was just really strapped for cash and it was just time to grow up. These fucking momos. They're fucking BMW's a nice car. Going on down here. Police lights. Bloop bloop. Tap the helmet, boys. Tap the helmet. So anyway, this fucking asshole that I used to call my friend takes my fucking bike to so he tells me anyway. I don't even know if the fucking story's even true. Knowing this fucking dickhead, he probably told me that. And he kept my fucking bike, because all that really happened was his grandmother sent me a check for the fucking payoff for the motorcycle, and you know, pays my bike off but leaves me without a fucking bike, which that must be something. What is this? What do we got going on here? Hey officer, what do you got your lights on for? I don't know, I think I turn them on to fuck traffic up. Yeah, that's pretty much what the fuck you're doing. Everybody's got their kid at the fucking soccer game. Give them all fucking trophies, because they're all winners. You know that, guys, right? They're all winners. today's society, there are no losers. Just turn on the fucking TV and you can see how the millennials are putting up with losing shit, going out lighting shit on fire, don't even know why they're doing it. Most of them are all in school, and half of them can't even speak the language. They need to go back to school. But I'm gonna do a whole video just on that. Whole video. This whole thing about this election and how shit was stolen and how they're throwing their fucking tantrums. And I don't know what I am. I don't know if I'm a boy, I'm a girl. But I have the right to say that, and you have the right to leave me alone. And don't talk bad about me. Grow the fuck up. You fucking Momo. What the fuck are you gonna do if you have to actually act like a goddamn man? And excuse me for everybody for using that, for you God-fearing people. But holy shit. So anyway, this fucking dickhead that I called my friend, he basically stole my bike, had his grandmother, because he's too much of a fucking man to go out and get a loan. Now, mind you, this guy was in the time was a petty officer 3rd class. He just got a huge bump in his fucking pay, and he's got to ask his grandmother for a friggin' loan, which tells me that he probably came from rich parents, and his mom and dad probably don't talk to him because he fucked up too many times. Probably why he was in the Coast Guard, never told anybody about that. But his grandmother had all kind of money, and she bailed him out of the situation. Wish the bitch hadn't. It's fucking traffic. What the fuck? Come on, people. All those dickwads that are complaining about their clutch levers and their pull on my Harley is too fucking hard. Come ride this motherfucker. You need to have fucking manpower to ride this fucking bike. Guys are all going over to fucking hydraulic clutches because somebody fucked you and had sand on their dick. Oh, my Dyna lowrider, the clutch, Jesus Christ, why didn't it come with a hydraulic clutch? I know I paid way too much money, but gosh, I'm a fucking, I don't know what I am, I don't know what I relate to, but I want to ride a motorcycle, but I'm going to go complain about how I got to ride it. Yeah, ride a motorcycle where you actually need weights on the outside of the clutch to make it easier to pull. And then come fucking talk to me. So anyway, I'm going to head south, go see my buddy at Baltimore Harley Davidson, and check out some shit downtown. I want to set up some sort of an intro video. I'm gonna try anyway, see how that works out. Brought the other camera with me, and see if I can set something up for a video to the video, because that's what YouTube tells you you're supposed to do. And so anyway, we'll pick this up downtown. Pissed off. Hey. This is a Spanish-speaking dog. You don't like Americans. Almost got killed by a fucking cockroach.